Hello, I'm Tara Nolan from Transformation Tara, here to share with you today how and why to tap into your intuition to find greater fulfillment in your life and greater success in your business. This is real, and it's not just my opinion. If you look at arguably the greatest entrepreneur of all time, Steve Jobs, he continually goes back to using his intuitive mind as making the greatest impact on his success and on Apple computers and iPhones. So Steve Jobs, I actually have a quote from him here because I love his work with using the intuitive mind and tapping in. Thank you guys for sharing. I see some people popping on. If you could say hi or leave me an emoji in the chat. I'm broadcasting from a third-party software, so I want to see if you guys are here and make sure that you can see me and hear me. I actually tried to go live with you last week, Tuesday, from the amazing Smoky Mountains along this river in the mountains. And guess what? Like, the technology kept shutting off and not working. So that's part of embracing the journey, being where you're at. So now that I was traveling from North Carolina to South Carolina, I'm in South Carolina now, and I do want to share with you where I'm at. So I'm going to share with you today how and why to tap into your intuition. I believe this will be very valuable for you in really making some major shifts in your life and in your business. Have you ever felt, hi Emily, hi Farrell, thank you guys. Let me know where you're tuning in from. If you're here, if you are watching this later, still comment where you're at. Sounds good. I'm so glad you can hear me this time. It did not go well last week. So Steve Jobs tells us, you have to trust in something. Your gut, destiny, life, karma, whatever. This approach has never let me down and has made all the difference in my life. So I would not, and I can tell you personally that I'm living a pretty amazing life right now. And that's not by any means like bragging it. I hope instead it's much more like inspiring. But it's not like it just happened. I had to create it, and I have to put in the time and put in the work. And good for you, because you're here right now, putting in the time and putting in the work to learn more, to take yourself to higher levels in your life and in your career. But it does take this tuning in and putting in the time and putting the action and doing that. So I do want to share with you where I'm at because I'm in this cool beach house in South Carolina. I've never been here before, but intuitively I wanted to check it out. I'm on the third floor in this room because it's nice and quiet, but you can see that the ocean is out there behind me. This is like an inlet where people are boating, and then this is all open. It's so beautiful, and I've got all these patios in this house. And this way, you can't see, but a couple blocks this way is actually a 6-mile white sand beach. So who knew? I had no idea that outside of Charleston, South Carolina, is this little beach area called Folly Beach. It's amazing. But getting here, and having a business that I could take on the road, that I could work from anywhere, is something I always really wanted. Oh, hi, Sarah Jo. It is gorgeous. It is so beautiful. And I can be outside a t-shirt in Wisconsin, where I'm from, in northern Wisconsin. I've already been shoveling for like a month. So it was just really great to be somewhere that I could, walk outside and not be like having to bundle up all the time. But so here's the thing. You don't always have to know your end destination. I think people really get caught up in that. What I see with my clients and my masterminds is that they want to know, they want it all figured out. So here's the truth. You can't figure it out anyway. So if you've ever struggled, or maybe you're struggling right now with making a decision, with knowing which path to take, knowing what direction you should go, then what's happening is you get caught up in the pros and cons and the figuring it out in your head, and you can't figure it out anyway. So here's the most freeing advice I can give you, and it's really true. It's really genuine. I've seen it proven in my own life and hundreds of clients that I've honestly already helped. And that is, stop trying. Like, what a freedom. What a freedom to stop trying to figure it out. And instead, allowing yourself the quiet, the stillness and the space to tap into your intuition. Think of, you think of Sarah Blakely. She created Spanx. She's a self-made, she's about my age, in her 40s, self-made American billionaire. Self-made billionaire. She was in college and wanted her like stomach to look flatter and her ass to look cuter. Can I say ass? Her butt to look more firm. So she started, using like pantyhose and seeing how great they made her body look. And then she thought, why is someone not doing this? So why don't we have a product like this? So she created a product that she really just wanted to use herself. I mean, Facebook's another example. You take a step in the direction of your dreams and you have no idea what spirit has in store for you. This is not only just like success in business. This is really your fulfillment in life and starting to trust yourself going within. I want to share with you really quick some results of my clients lately because it's been so powerful. And I want to share that not only to just say, look how great they're doing, but to really give street credibility here as to how this works. You have to get clarity about what you want, but you can't always get clarity about what you want unless you can like tap inside to where you're going. So I talked to one of my clients. Hi, Sean. I talked to one of my clients. Excuse me. New flavored Smart Water. I love this stuff. So this is the strawberry. I bought it for my daughter. And now I'm drinking it. So my client Paula, she had a goal she'd never had a coaching business before, but she did so well with coaching in her own business. She had a goal to get up to 200,000 this year. She's already on track to make over 225. Plus, she was doing so well that she had a dreamy but attainable goal to start a coaching business and guide other entrepreneurs within her industry, in the pet industry, to also find greater success in their businesses. And she's like, well, it'd be cool, amazing if I could make an extra 100,000 in that. She's already on track to do that. That was going to be about 8,033 or 8,333 a month. She's already at over 9,200 a month. She's also already retired her husband. She's retired her husband, and their life is going so strong. And just this morning we talked about that and how he's so happy with his life and helping her in her business, and just they're having a lot of fun and seeing a strong marriage. I had another client this morning, Connie. Talked to her at 8 a.m. this morning. Phenomenal call. She's been with me 1 month in the 90-day program. She and I both I get tears in my eyes when I work with my clients too. And she had tears in her eyes. She said, it's been 17 years that I've been married, and I have never had such great communication with my husband. And I think it's because I'm me again. We have not had this good of a marriage as we had in this last month since we've been working together. And then just to share, I had another client, completely different, Stacy, this afternoon, and she's wanting to take a break with her partner. This is so funny. I'm not a relationship coach, but this is what happens. You get in tune with the intuitive power. What is this? This is moving from thinking to feeling. And when you start to tune into the body wisdom of how you feel, your relationships change as well as your business, because you know when something doesn't feel right anymore. So I said to Stacy, what is it? Why do you want to break? And she said, I actually wrote this down. She said, because I thought it was pretty powerful. She said, I don't want what he's offering. I do not want what he's offering. You know what that says to me? Clarity. Boom. Clarity. Like when you start holding yourself to a higher standard of what you want and the way that you want to create your life, you put in the work to do it. You get clarity. Let me tell you what does not give you clarity. Being stuck, not taking action. So how do you do this, right? You need something called pattern disruption. It does typically take a third party or a coach to help you like check yourself, but then you tap into awakening to your life. Awakening to your life, like think of it like becoming awake, like not dulling yourself from it. Like we can dull ourselves from it with a cocktail or whatever else, or like Netflix, like shopping, like escaping from life. But now you step forward and say, I actually want to learn about my life. I want to know what's causing this, why I can't let go of my anxiety and depression, why I can't make more money, why I can't lose the weight, why I can't be happy in my relationship, like whatever that is. That's tuning into the intuitive power that you already have within you. Like you already know, that's the beauty, but it takes really listening. really listening. You can't really listen when you keep yourself so busy throughout your life, so busy every day that you're actually avoiding what you're feeling. I'll just keep doing things even though I'm not happy. I'll just keep moving forward to taking action, like going through the motions is really what it's more about, is you're going through the motions. So there's another, I referred to Steve Jobs earlier. I referred to Sarah Blakely, another, an author that this helped me so much. Because I'm so passionate about this because I used to be really indecisive. And I don't think I was my whole life. I think it was a learned behavior that served me, served me in an unhealthy way to staying stuck. So I didn't have to make a decision. I could stay paralyzed. So I couldn't step into my better self, right? Because I didn't make a decision because I was scared of going in the wrong path. Have you ever been there? Give me like a yes, I've been there. I get it. I feel you. Like you're not sure which direction it takes. So you end up doing nothing. And then you stay doing what you're doing day after day, even whether it's relationship, career, anything, doing the same thing and expecting a different result. And I just can't decide. So I'm not doing anything. But what I read this book, Blink, years ago, over a decade ago, probably like 15 years ago. Yeah, I'm getting older. So Malcolm Gladwell is the author. And it is Blink, The Power of Thinking Without Thinking. And what that book explains is that your brain already processes all those like pros and cons that you think you have to write out and talk to everyone. But here's what else screws up, like totally messes with your intuition, is talking to everyone. Talk to your mentor, talk to your coach, sure, talk to your therapist. Be really careful that you're not taking on someone else's opinions about what you should do with your life, because no one possibly knows what is right for your soul. No soul knows what is right for another being's soul's path and journey. It is only you. It is only you. And people can give their opinions and they can try to help, and they're genuine, and they can try to keep you safe, or they can try to help you rise. But regardless, when you get all of these different opinions, you get even more confused, right? You're even more confused about which way, and your inner voice gets drowned out, gets lost. And this is what, like, this is the tapping into the intuition. Listening to the inner voice, that little voice within that's tugging at you. I have a little girl, so it like reminds me of a little girl like tugging at my sweater, not going away, right? She's still tugging. She's still there. No matter how much I try to ignore her, ignore that tugging. I don't want to ignore my daughter, but you know what I mean? You want to ignore that inner voice at times and say, no, life's going fine. I'm going to keep going as is. But really, you're showing up with anxiety and depression, and, or not making the money, again, losing the weight, having the relationship, living, creating the life of your dreams and knowing that you deserve that. So this is the power of intuitive thinking. The power of intuitive thinking is learning to trust yourself and act quickly. The universe loves speed. What happens, and this is how you do it. I'm going to show you even more how to do it. You really, when you awaken to your life and you become mindful, another way of saying it, as I said earlier, conscious living. You witness what's happening in your life and you look at what's working and what's not working. And there will be times that you are like in flow. You're going downstream, you're floating, right? And you start picking up traction. The universe loves speed. The universe will give you more traction and you'll go even faster when you're like rolling down the hill. But when you're fighting your way against the current, you just keep trying and things continually don't work. So when you're coming up against block after block after block, well, maybe it's time to turn around and go another direction. Like, stop making it hard. So we talked about this also in my 90-day mastermind call. I had it just about an hour before this. And we have an annual group and a 90-day group. And if you're interested in that, by the way, if that little voice within is speaking to you, then book a call with us now. Like, don't wait. Don't say maybe January, maybe next spring, maybe July. how much could your life change within that time? Like, seriously, like book the call now, and I'll post a link and book that call today. Calendly.com/Tara Nolan. The other thing I really want to invite you to do is mark your calendars right now, December 10th. Don't plan anything else that day. And please join me. Please join me for a full day from 10 a.m. to 4 p.m. Central Standard Time. And you can even do a VIP session from 5 to 6 Central Standard Time with live Q&A with myself and Carmen, who's my confidence empowerment coach. She's amazing with manifesting and the power of intuition. And that's normally $197, and right now it's still on early bird, and it's $97 plus you can bring a friend. So manifestmydreamlife.com, www.manifestmydreamlife.com. Okay. But as I was saying, when you start, so that voice within, listen to that voice within about what action you have to take. So when you take action and you start seeing that things aren't working one way, or it's just harder, then here's what it is. It becomes simple. Simple. I'm not saying it's hard, and I'm not going to say it's easy, but it is simple. You get to choose 3 things. There's only 3 choices. 3 choices. Life will stay the same. Stay the same. And if something's not working right now and you have the same pattern happening again and again, like the relationship continually is high and low, high and low, high and low, it's going to continue. If the job is going to continue to stress you out, if the finances are going to stress you out, if the weight's still going to be there, the depression is there, the anxiety is there, it's ruining things in your life, it's still going to be there. So 1 stays the same. I hope you're all saying that's not an option. Number 1 is not an option. Okay, so that's number 1. Number 2, you stay in the situation and make it better. Number 3, you choose a new situation, right? So stay in the job and change it so you have more freedom, fulfillment, finances in your life. Is that possible? Maybe it's creativity to do things you love. Maybe it's freedom to travel, to be on the ocean like I am now. Oh my God, I love it. And let's celebrate the good things in your life. So without shame, that's inspiring people, shining your light from within, not like, not bragging. So we want to celebrate one another. That's what people rising do, right? That's evolved. The jealousy doesn't serve us. So, or you change. You might change relationships. You might change jobs. It might not be easy. It might be like asking yourself this question. This is a big one. What has to die for something new to be born? What has to die for something new to be born? You have to often let something go. But when you start listening to the intuition, listening within, and taking action, you have no idea what opportunities Spirit will provide for you. You can't think of them now. Stop focusing on figuring it out in the end destination. Right? So we at TransformationTara Coaching, we guide our clients to stop overthinking, overanalyzing, and listen to their hearts. And then we direct them. I'm very direct. And I say, okay, these are your steps. Take them. Do this. It's clear because it's what you want. So when the voice in your inside, deep inside right now is telling you what you really want, stop telling yourself, no, you can't have it, or no, maybe you shouldn't, or, oh my God, that might cost money, or do I really have the time? Stop with all that. Your intuition is leading you to bring you more success. Steve Jobs did it. Look what he brought us, right? Right? So it's really different when you take inspired action versus repetitive, busy action. Repetitive, busy action is not going to serve you. It's going to keep you stuck, and it's going to keep you not listening, not tuning in, not drowning out that inner voice. The inner voice, that's your intuitive power. Tapping into the intuitive power, that's what's going to take you so much further. So whether this is your business, your personal life. And what else happens that I do with my clients when they start taking action, what happens for them is action is what gives you the confidence and the clarity. Why? Because you've done it. So you get more confident because you're doing it. Not, I got to wait till I'm more confident, or I've got to get more clear on this. Like, I don't know what I'm doing yet, so I got to figure it out. You actually start doing it, and then you become more clear. And you make changes along the way. And it's all good. It's all good. We're all evolving. We're all evolving. We're all growing. But we don't grow unless we do something different and step outside of our comfort zone. So in order to do this, you will want to take a step today. Take a step today. Say, what is that voice that's been tugging at you and within, and what step can you take? And maybe it's booking that breakthrough session with me and my team, maybe, because you will be led to make the changes and find the success and clarity in your life. You'll tune into your purpose. My other Katie client this morning, she said, well, I get all caught up in like how I'm going to make money at this. I said, that's not your job. Your job is to get clear on your purpose and find your passion. Then you bring it to me. That's what we do. And I said, this is how you do it. And it's honestly so clear to me when people come, because they know what they want. Like, they know what gets them excited, what lights them up inside. And now it's just figuring out packaging and pricing and charging for it, getting the right message to the right audience. That's all business is. Getting the right message to the right audience. Bringing a solution to someone's problem. Like, that's what business is. But this is using intuitive thinking in your business or in your life. I know I'm repeating it, but it bears repeating. So be really deliberate in your actions and in your speech. This is another thing, because it's too easy for you to get wishy-washy and be like, yeah, I'm listening to that voice within. I think, like maybe I'm going to do this, or you kind of say it like you're thinking about it. I might do this. Like, deliberate actions, deliberate speech. Tell people I am doing this. I am moving forward. This shows the universe, shows God shows yourself that you trust yourself. And that creates a new habit. And when you create new habits, you actually create new neural pathways in your mind, new ways of thinking that will start to become new habits that will serve you more, because now you're trusting yourself. So when you do it once, very deliberately, with deliberate speech and actions, people will listen, the universe will hear you, but what's most important is you will hear you. You will hear you, and you will show up in this new way of being. So I think that's about what I have for you today. Thank you for tuning in to Tuesdays with Tara. Give yourself some space and silence to make this happen, whether it is meditation, whether it's a quiet walk. I know I'm going to go for a nice walk on the beach later. That's really exciting when you're like living in the frozen tundra in northern Wisconsin. I love northern Wisconsin. I love it. It's amazing too, but it's really nice to get away sometimes and have warm weather. So that was what served me, and my intuition was telling me that, and here I am. And there's like roadblocks along the way, and there's areas that are challenging, and you got to just embrace that you're on the journey. So even you, with where you're at in life right now, like, embrace that this is the beauty of it. Like, the journey of like learning, just learning. What else can I learn about myself? How can I go a little deeper to get even more out of life? So with that, I thank you guys so much for tuning in. I'll be with you next Tuesday at 2 p.m. Central Standard Time, Tuesdays with Tara, and Tuesdays Tips with Tara, whatever. And please go to manifestmydreamlife.com right now and click to get your ticket, your registration for the virtual live events. You can do this from your own home, 10 a.m. to 4 p.m. It's a whole day, and it's going to be worth it because you put in the work to create and manifest your dream life. Bonnie, Jen, thank you. It's so great to see you guys. Thank you so much for tuning in and being here with me. And let's do this every week, okay? Because I love you guys. I really do. I really want to send you so much love. I hope you feel it. Like, feel the love right now. I'm sending it out. And I want you to have a really happy, beautiful life. So see you next week.